We don't eat the carbs on their own.
Okay.
So with diabetes, you are looking at the entire meal you eat. When you eat the food, you eat it with the vegetables, with the fish, with oil. It all goes into your stomach, and then your body picks up the nutrients. Now, if you take a bowl of morikoko, raw morikoko, you take that, it gets into your stomach, immediately blood sugars go up. But if it's cocoa, there's nuts inside. After that, you take some vegetables. It could be the berries you recommended or any of our local fruit. That would be fine. You eat this set into your system. It doesn't have the same effect as you would get if you eat the corn on its own.
So let's talk about the berries that we have, or the local fruits, because we know the berries are expensive. And so I want my viewers to be able to afford the fruit. So what fruits are they going for?
So all fruits are okay.
Okay. But
Okay.
some are high in sugar.
Yes, the watermelon, unfortunately, even though it's not sweet, makes the blood sugars go up. So we call something glycemic index. It's how quickly the food, the carbs you have eaten will become sugar in your blood. Some things don't take sweet, like the cassava doesn't taste sweet, but it makes your blood sugar spike. The same way watermelon doesn't taste as sweet as the mango, but watermelon will spike your blood sugars.
Wow.
So when people have diabetes, we advise them against some of these ones.
Why does it spike your sugar? I don't know.
The nature of the carbohydrate. No, the type of carbohydrate. The carbohydrate is the starchy part of the fruit. The nature, how it was made naturally, breaks down into sugar quickly than other carbs.
Okay.
Yeah. So for our rice, I want to say something. So what is very important is having that kind of balance of carbs to vegetables to protein. And protein could be nuts, could be beans, could be fish, chicken, or egg. When you have that kind of balance at every meal time, your blood sugars will not spike.
Okay.
That is the main thing. So somebody would say, I eat a lot of...
Yes.
Okay. So like MFA mentioned before, taking a lot of refined sugars could even trigger the diabetes developing or could make it worse. So ideally, we should try to avoid adding refined sugars to our food. Refined sugars include white sugar, brown sugar. It includes honey. It includes maple syrup. It includes high fructose corn syrup, or any other foods we eat that has added sugar. So whenever you're taking these things, you should be mindful that they are not healthy. So it should be little or without. And you can train your taste buds in a month to get used to less sugar, and you be comfortable.
So when you are taking in, let's say the what you call it, the breakfast, like your cocoa, and you don't have to add sugar, can you add fruit to taste?
Oh, you can. So you could cut up any fruits that you're comfortable with.
Okay.
And then mix up with your cereal, mix up with your porridge. You could include some of the nuts, especially like the almond nuts, the peanuts, cashews are also fine. Then the other foreign ones like the walnuts we saw. So when these are in your food, it helps. It helps.
Tina, let me go and read a few messages. Stay off alcohol completely, or you can drink some wines.
Okay, so you have to limit the intake. You don't need to stay off completely. Ideally, so I should say that if you don't take alcohol, nothing will happen to you. Like, you will still be healthy. But if you take too much alcohol, you could have problems.
Okay.
So the idea is to limit your alcohol intake as much as possible. That will help. So you can make it occasionally and at a certain...
As for smoking, there's completely off.
Completely off.
Okay.
Completely off. Completely off, yeah.
All right. And what else do you stop completely? Smoking, drinking? Late night eating?
Yes. So regular eating is something that is very important because we're talking about cholesterol as well. So one of the things that I have noticed through practice that causes a lot of working class people to have elevated cholesterol may not be even what they are eating, but when and how they are eating. So when you stay hungry for very prolonged periods, you are always in a fasting mode, even when you're not fasting, because you eat breakfast, you skip lunch, or you don't eat breakfast, you eat lunch very late. That practice causes your body to produce more cholesterol. So for most of them, it's the irregular food intake that causes their cholesterol to go up. Yeah, then I could talk about
So the
cholesterol.
time. So
The timing.
we don't have,
Okay.
we don't have.
So be fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So the timing is you try to have your breakfast as early as possible,
So early is what time?
within 2 hours of waking up.
Okay.
Yeah. Then lunch could be 4 to 6 hours after breakfast. Your supper could be 4 to 6 hours after lunch. Yes. For the sake of cholesterol, I just want to mention something because it came on TV.
Okay.
So oils do not make your cholesterol go up, no matter what oil you use. But if you overheat the oil, you overuse the oil. If the oil smokes, so our oil smoked on set because you were conversing.
Yes.
Yeah, so if your oil smokes, it denatures the fatty acids. And when you eat food prepared with oil that has smoked, your cholesterol will go up.
Oh.
So we try to, like she mentioned, low heat and make sure you don't let your oil overheat and smoke.
Okay.